What is up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your general timeless reading. This is for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. This is, I guess this is where we begin. My name's Jordyn, by the way, so let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for you, Sag. Ace of Cups. I like that. That's really nice. Let me get that screen out of here. Ace of Cups. Okay, Sag, you feel really playful. You feel really lighthearted. You feel like you want to pick and poke with people. I kind of feel like you're the person that's going to be coming out of the woodwork right now. It's a very tie up loose ends kind of thing. Like, there's something I want to say, so I'm going to say it. It feels very much like that. I like it. It doesn't feel, okay, I can't say it doesn't feel mean. It feels sassy. It feels like, I don't know, it kind of feels like I'm going to put you in your place. I'm going to be honest. But it's from a place of love. It really, yeah, Empress in reverse. Okay, that's what I was like about to say. I was like, it feels really loving, but it feels really stern. Like, what's going on here? It's feminine energy in reverse. This to me is sometimes it's like the dark feminine. It's kind of like, I'm coming back for my justice. Like, what's right for me? So this could be you confronting somebody and being like, hey, I really care about you. But when you did XYZ, it pissed me off. So we have to talk about it because I don't want to hold this resentment toward you or this anger toward you. It's like a tying up of loose ends to really benefit yourself. So I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I'm a fan. Let's see what else we got for you. You hot tamale. That's why I don't sing. Right there. That's your example. Let's see what else we got. I was about to say. Justice. Yeah, you're not done with this. Okay, you a little bit of a grudge holder. That's really what it feels like. It feels like I still think about this, and this still kind of does not tickle my pickle. It kind of pisses me off, okay? That's really what this feels like. Justice in reverse and the Tower. It's like, you're just about to come, I feel like you're going to come out of the blue with this. It really doesn't feel, planned. It feels like you wake up one morning, you're like, okay, I've thought about this long enough. I need to talk to this person. That's really what it feels like. So let's see what else we got for you, my dear. It doesn't feel bad, though. It doesn't feel like there's going to be a fight. It just feels like, oh, yeah, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was about to say, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, this hurt somebody's pride. And I think the person realized that it triggered their rejection, but it didn't have to do with their rejection. It triggered their rejection, but it didn't have to do with their rejection. It didn't have to do with that. King of Wands. Yeah, there's the pride. No, it's like, okay. Where is that? Let's see. Right, Doodle? That's what I thought. Maybe one day I'll let Doodle make a guest appearance, but she's sleeping right now. Let's look at this. Let's start with the King of Wands. I feel like this is like just your personality, like how you're approaching this. This feels so like, it reminds me of somebody I know. It really does. And I think that's why I'm laughing so much. I'm like, it's just weird. It's a very, it's like playful, but confident, but like, I'm actually being serious. That's what it reminds me of. Eight of Swords in reverse, the Star, and the Two of Cups, both in reverse. Yeah. They want a second chance at this. It doesn't have to be romantic. This could be friends. This could be a job. It could be something in the family. But this is something where they're like, okay, I've been thinking about this for a while. Oh, sorry. I've been thinking about this for a while. It's redundant. Yeah, they want a second chance at it. There's something about it that is still tied. I think both people feel this, to be honest with you. Both people feel this. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Ace of Cups. King of Wands in reverse, Seven of Swords. This is quite literally the King of Wands, like, subconsciously returning to the scene of the crime over and over and over. Like, I keep going back to that day that you said that thing, or I keep going back to that day where we stopped talking, or I keep going back to that day where You told me I shouldn't get that promotion. You know, like it's something like that. And it's like, it's weighing on my heart and I want to talk about it. I like this approach though. If for typically King of Wands, either or upright or reverse, there's like a, I'm not gonna lie, it comes across as a little mean to me. It doesn't in this reading though, which I like. It comes across as like, almost like I just want to be heard. I just want to be cared for. Let's look at the Empress here. I feel like this is the person they're dealing with. Oh, shit. I almost said snap, but this was deserving of the other word, so I won't apologize because then I'd be apologizing for my authenticity, and I don't do that. Empress, I'm just being honest with you. Empress in reverse is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This had the, okay, whatever this was either a Ten of Pentacles, so a long-term commitment or relationship, job, foundation, contract, friendship, whatever it was really mutual. It was really stable. With the Three of Pentacles, somebody wants to rebuild this. They're like, hey, like, let's rebuild it. Let's reconcile. Let's fix this ish. Because between the 10 and 3 is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is about planting seeds, investments. But there also is an energy of like, this failed. That didn't really work out. How did it? So with Temperance there, it's divinely guided though. Both people are going to be like, yeah, okay, let's heal it. Because Temperance is major arcana. When you have major arcana like Justice, Tower, Temperance, those are majors. They're universal energy. The Ten of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, suits like Ace through 10 is day-to-day, free will stuff. Things that us humans do, right? Others are outside of our control. Let's look at Justice. I want to see what went down. This is juicy. This feels like a gossip reading. Even though gossip is not good. We don't gossip. We don't share other people's energy like that. Justice. Ten of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. I like this. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of mutual the universe. Like, we're gonna fix this. Empress. I had a feeling the look on the bottom. I really did. With the Empress card there, yeah. This is funny. I don't know why. It has just like a goofy feel to it. It really does. It feels like the way that these people communicate is like they just poke at each other, but it's lighthearted. I like this energy. It's fun. It's fun. It makes me want to be a Sagittarius. I don't really have any Sagittarius on my chart other than my South Node. Where's my North Node? With the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, I really like this energy. The universe is supporting this union, right? It's very loving. It's very stable. But this is what fell apart, and that's why there's going to be a change here. So let's get some more on Justice. Let's see what else is going on here. Page of Swords. Oh. Yeah. I think it's interesting. Okay. So there's going to be a conversation that gets a little more serious. And I can't help but laugh at it. I feel like neither one of these people take the other one seriously. It's like you've never had a serious conversation. Like if this is a friendship, or even if you're in a relationship together, and your relationship, you're like best friends where you joke and play, that's what this feels like. Like that's what it feels like. And it feels like just this pick and poke and fun, but it's like, no, seriously, can you stop laughing for 5 seconds so we can talk about this? Talk about what? Like, it's done. Like, come on. Like, you know, like, and it's like nobody wants to see the elephant in the room, the Ten of Wands, but it's like, can we tiptoe to it? Can we just address it so we can get rid of it? You know, because it's going to fester. Let's look at the, okay, so now we have the seriousness. It literally shifted as soon as I got to the tower. This feels like someone's getting frustrated because they don't feel heard. That's what this is. It's getting swept under the rug, and it's really bothering the person who's initiating this conversation. Four of Wands, okay. Oh, this hurts my heart. This makes me sad. Somebody feels like somebody walked away from a very stable foundation that they were investing a lot of time and energy into. With the Two of Wands in reverse, it's almost like they thought it was going somewhere. They thought it was going to be something. And with the Two of Wands in reverse, it's almost like somebody made the conscious decision to walk away. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's almost like they did it without consideration for the other person, right? Like without consideration of how it was going to affect them. With the Knight of Pentacles, it tells me that there was like, it's not hesitance. It's like the hesitance feels like the pulling away was hesitant. The pulling away was hesitant, and I think both people know that and felt that. But the walking away feels sudden. This feels like what the person who's starting this, so Sag, if you're the one having this conversation, you're like, I was investing a lot, and they just walked away, and we had such a great friendship or relationship, and out of nowhere, I wasn't expecting it, you know? Two of Wands, it was just dropped. Like, I thought we were going in this direction, and they went bam, they went that way. And it's just like, out of the blue. Out of the blue. Let's look at the King of Pentacles in reversal. In reversal. Making my own, I wouldn't say language, but grammar. Probably the more correct word. Queen of Wands. Oh, so they're a true pair. That makes this a little bit more complicated. King, Queen of Wands. No wonder why they feel so fun and lighthearted and playful and like goofy. They are quite literally two huge personalities. Like, they both like attention. They both will step right on top of you if you try to tell them that they're wrong about something. But they're really kind. They're really loving. They're really creative. They're fire energy, King and Queen of Wands are like your people who are super creative. So these are typically your artists, your entrepreneurs, people who want to start businesses or don't sit still in one particular line of work for very long. They're more about constant movement and growth and exploration. You're very into the esoteric. Like, you're really into higher states of consciousness, even though you might explore it in a very material way, right? So this might be you study a lot of things, or you go through a lot of relationships, but it's because you're more so learning a lot about yourself and your connection to your authenticity, because that's really all spirituality is the exploration of self. Through these experiences. So with the King of Pentacles in reverse, there is a part of you that was, it's almost like this feminine energy pulled the rug out from the masculine energy, and they no longer felt safe in the feminine, right? It was like, oh, I thought that this was something I could have relied on, or would have been a 10 of Pentacles, right? What they initially had the energy of, and it no longer had that. It was dropped. And it was weird because it was dropped in really like, hey, like, I got to do this. Bye. I was like, I'm sorry, what? What? But that's fire energy, man. Like, they're going to move. They're going to do what they want to do. Guilty. Very, 10 of Swords. Yes, I was waiting. With the 4 of Cups in reverse and the 10 of Swords, this is just ready to be released. It's a 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. So both people are feeling this pain, this hurt. They're both missing each other too. There's 3 10s. You got the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups, which tells me that you're starting a new cycle together. But with the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, there is this energy of heaviness and or betrayal, hurt, pain, trauma between you, and it's rooted in rejection or abandonment. So let's look at the 4 of Cups, or low self-worth, or all the above. Queen of Pentacles. Dang, they really are a true pair. You got the King and Queen of Pentacles and the King and Queen of Wands. The feminine is upright in both states. The irony in this is that the feminine is really moving in their authenticity. They're just kind of like, I need to do what I need to do for myself and my life experience. Like, they're moving, and when I say authenticity, I mean it in the sense of like, this is such a really like difficult, I really just need to do an entire podcast about this. That's going to be one of the topics for the Patreon podcast. Bottom of the deck is Hierophant in reverse. This has been a very difficult lesson, but it's been a long time coming with the 3 of Wands there and the Knight of Cups. There is going to be an offer to go through this contract together again. Let's get some final advice in regards to this spread before I talk about that. Come here, card. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. There's an opportunity for a new beginning, but it's just up to both people to surrender and to really embrace it. Okay, so when we talk about authenticity, we're not talking about like, oh my gosh, be your best self. No, best self and most authentic self are 2 very different things. Authenticity is living in regards to your integrity and your value system for where you are at right now in this process, which is life, right? Life is not birth, death. You're not trying to get to an end result, which so often in our society we are programmed to do. Like, ooh, need to get to the 10 of Pentacles, right? Need to get to financial freedom, need to get to success, need to get to having a family, having 2 kids, having skinny body, all these things. That's not what we're discussing when we talk about authenticity. Authenticity is living in alignment with your integrity and with the things that you need to flow with at the time and at the place in which you're at on your journey, right? So let's say you're going through something traumatic. You're needing to listen to your inner voice on what to do. That's not rooted in just your fear and insecurity, because that's listening to your ego. That's listening to the lower frequency, but listening to the part of you that knows, okay, this is what I need to do to heal. This is what I need to experience to heal these wounds, right? And so often we're led right into trauma or right into difficulty in order to heal and address those parts of ourselves to get closer to authenticity, which is why the law of attraction is basically, I have done a podcast on this on Patreon if you want to check it out. The law of attraction is so distorted. So often we are manifesting a 10 of cups, right? Or a 10 of pentacles, and we get led to a 10 of swords and a 10 of wands. The very reason that happens, right? So let's say you're trying to have a loving relationship, you get led into a really horrible one. That happens because as you're manifesting this, the universe is like, hey, let me show you what the very thing you don't want. So when you do get this, you know how to identify and say no to these very things, because these very things are still inside of you from previous wounds that you've had and or experienced. So you're still going to attract it until you heal them. And so that's why so often, even though we want wealth, we experience poverty first. So often we want love, we experience toxicity, codependency, abuse, addiction, things of those things first. So the parts of us that resonate with those frequencies, that hurt, that pain, that trauma, knows how to identify it and let it go. Okay? If you want more content like that, check out Patreon. I do a lot of stuff on there. It's more educational. It's more about mentoring, spirituality. I also do a lot more astrology on there. YouTube is more so just my general tarot reading platform. If you want personal readings, Reiki sessions, to become certified as a Reiki practitioner, spiritual life coaching, shamanic life coaching, shamanic art life coaching, things of that nature, different ways to express yourself, check out my website. It is all on there. And message me if you want anything else in regards to spirituality. Only in regards to my work. Let me clarify. Like, share, subscribe. I love you. I wish you the best. I'll see you next time. Bye.